That is embarrassing.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I have been proposed to.
Yes. Were you there the night?
You know, I'm ready for a cheeky little... What have I done?
No.
Oh,
no.
Barnes was naughtier than me. Yes. Yes.
Hi, I'm Emma.
And I'm Kristina. And we're from Married at First Sight UK. We're spilling the tea
With Cosmopolitan UK. Well, I don't know about you.
I actually applied
Did
to
you?
go on
Oh,
Married
yes.
at First Sight UK. Did you?
No, I got scouted.
Oh, sorry, Queen.
Well, not really, but I did. I actually applied for Love is Blind, first series of Love is Blind, and Netflix rejected me. But then
How
I got a
could
voice
they?
note in September being like, fancy maths, and I'm like, fancy maths.
I should think so too. So I feel like with mine, it was off the whim. You know, my bridesmaid Holly, she sent it to me and she was like, come on, this is your time. This is your time. And I'm thinking, ha, yeah, right. Who's going to want me? Who is going to want to marry me? And then...
I do.
I know you do, Queen. So, and here we are.
Oh, and we both got on.
And we both got on. We opened the show.
Yeah.
Besties, souls swinging into the sunset together. Cootie Club.
We had some good moments, didn't we?
We had the best memories.
I love you so much.
No, I love you more. Don't. You silly bean. Can I answer for you?
Yeah.
Freddie.
No, you've told me Freddie before. Freddie's
Freddie.
your guy.
Freddie.
Me and Freddie, and not two peas in a pod. Me and Tom.
Oh, come on.
We like Tom. He's a gentleman. He's gorgeous. He's a bit serious, you know, but maybe I could lighten him up.
Yeah, I reckon you could. Crisp on a wine? Here we go.
Chris.
Crisp.
Oh, crisp and a wine.
Crisp and a wine.
Crisp and a wine.
Crisp and a wine.
Yeah, so I think Tom, I think he'd have thought us crazy. Yeah, Freddie for you, 100%.
Freddie. But I feel like with Freddie, I think I would have been too loud. He likes the quiet
life.
He won't be raving with me, would he?
I don't think either of them would go on big nights out with us. No. Yeah. So really, good job.
Good job. Good job we're in this position, eh?
You were very different, weren't you? You were a good girl.
Yeah, I feel like we had different experiences with our friends and family. I think the saddest thing for me to understand was about your parents.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas that, you
had the complete opposite experience.
And that really, really hurt because I couldn't have. And that's one thing that I just admire, your strength and your power for doing that by yourself. Obviously with your girls, with Lee Barnes, and they really showed up for you. So we had a very different experience, didn't we, in that respect?
Yeah. I think for my parents wanted like nothing to do with it. So I walked down the aisle on my own and that's fine. You didn't want to be on TV. It's their worst nightmare to be on TV. So they supported me from the background, and my Lord, they are so proud now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my dad's
spun it on its head.
My dad's a postman and has been going around knocking on people's doors all around my town, saying, "Have you seen it? Then have you been watching it? It's my daughter.
That's my girl. That's my Barnes. That's my girl."
Bless him. We went shopping in Banbury a couple of weeks. Last weekend, went shopping in Banbury, and he took me into his shops where he knows the owner and was like, "I bought in my celebrity daughter." Like some of them knew who I was.
God.
Other people did not. I was just in this watch shop and there's this like 65-year-old man. He was like, "I bought in my celebrity daughter," my dad did. And the watchman went, "Hello, celebrity daughter." And I was like, "No, let's leave."
Oh my God.
Away. So cute.
So cute. But so no, I feel like, I don't know, I honestly don't know what I would have done without Dad. He literally held me up walking down that aisle. He was just as petrified as I was. God, we were both a mess. Little rabbit in the headlights.
And then your mum on homestays. I teared up watching homestays.
Did you? Did you actually?
Had you seen her say that before?
No, so no. Obviously, when she done the Vox, I literally was like, "Oh my goodness, this is like so heartbreaking." But you know, to see her that emotional, I was just like, you know, she knows how much I just want to be, you know, just seen and loved. Do you know what I mean?
She was just gutted for you.
She really, really was. She was very sad. She was very upset, and you know, she just couldn't understand what changed Kieran, because obviously the last that she saw was us living our best life at the wedding. So yeah.
And then my friends, I ended up just telling them all. You can't keep a secret in my friendship group. And I was very worried that
something was going to come out.
You just can't. I live from a small town. You just can't.
It was very hard.
Whereas you did a really good job of keeping it quiet.
Well, I don't know because I feel like there were so many like little rumours that went round and like, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that, and I'm thinking, oh my God.
But it was so funny because I went down for a weekend with you in Bexhill before the show had come out over summer, and the whole town. It was like, Stina's got a friend. Where are you from? And we made up this little story that we'd met in Magaluf.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, Magaluf. Yeah, Stina's been away for a couple of months to Magaluf.
Yeah, literally. Oh, it was horrendous.
Well, we were first in on the hen.
We were the first in on the hen, and little old me was sat there trembling
on your own.
On my own,
cruel to put
shaking.
Out of everyone, you're probably the worst person to sit there on your own and wait, because you'd just been shaken like a leaf. I'm sure.
I was so anxious, and I was like, "Where are they? Like, where are they?"
You must have just been wondering what to do.
And I was just like pouring this prosecco and just drinking. I'm thinking I'm going to be absolutely legless, and my God, I was. And then my angel queen came in, and literally just this rush of just, oh my God, came through my body, and I ran, didn't I?
You ran and jumped on me, legs around and everything, and I was like, whoa.
Who is this?
This little tiger in orange fluff.
And what did you write in your journal?
I wrote about you. She's not sure how long she's been single. I think your mind must have been like
I had a
buzzing.
brain fart.
And someone said like, how long have you been single for? And you said somewhere between 12 months and 3 years. Can't remember.
Do you know? And I think it was 2 years.
2 years in the middle.
Yeah, it was 2 years.
But I knew you had a kind soul. And I knew. I think I'd put like little buttons, Stina.
Yeah.
Because you are just a little button. Pop. Everyone that we met at the hen had like kind souls.
Yeah.
Were lovely.
Everybody just brought something to the table, didn't they?
All really different people. I was a bit like, what am I doing after the hen? Because I think there's lots of nerves and lots of screaming around. And
yeah, a lot of apprehension as well. And I feel like when you know, because we had waited so long for this moment, like our brains were just fried by that point. It was a lot. It was very, very overwhelming. And when you know that these girls are in the same position as you, it's like, oh my God, I'm not alone. Do you know what I mean?
Similar ages and like all natural beauties, like a range of size, really diverse room. I think that was probably a worry for me going in was, you know, is everyone going to look like Love Island Huns? And they didn't. And I think that was they'd done a really good job this year of making everyone like I don't know, just a group of normal people,
just very inclusive.
Caspar's sister has reached out a few times on Instagram.
She actually
just to offer support. Like, no, you know, we haven't been. I didn't want to delve in too much and be friends with her, even though I'd like to.
Of course.
But she's we've been DM'd probably probably had like 10 DMs over the series, and we've she's commented on a few photos.
Nice.
So yeah, she's lovely, really nice. Caspar's sister.
Yeah, nice. Do you think this will like continue down the line, or do you think they'll come to a point where it'll be that was in the past? And
let's wait for Caspar to speak to me first, then I might check his sister.
What wasn't going through my mind when I saw those teeth, Barnsey? Where's the exit? I'm joking. Do you know, that didn't actually cross my mind, but the one sort of little helper decider I remember just looking at Holly, and she was the one that was just in my direct eye line, and I looked at her like this, help, what do I do? And she like help, you know, just held herself together and went, and I went, off we go. Stumbling down, me and my dad arm in arm, and I'm thinking, what is going on,
You
man?
can see you clinging, and you're like
clinging, and I was literally like, are they real? What's the situation? Am I coming or am I going? And the one thing was that I honestly did not hear him talk to me. I didn't hear him talk to me because my brain was so looking around. The room was just,
yeah. You can hear giggles in the background there as well,
everyone was laughing. Everybody was just like, and I was like, what's going on? What is going on here? Help me. And it was just me stood there, and my mouth was open, but no words were coming out. And I was like, what's going on? And then finally, when he took them out, I knew that it was a joke. And
then you just went,
and then I just T-Rex. T-Rex.
You kind of fall over when something's really funny.
I do. If I think it's hilarious, you're gonna know. But I just feel like it could have gone so either way. If they were his real teeth, I would have looked like such a wally.
Yeah.
Like laughing in this poor boy's face that has teeth like that. Like where I didn't have a leg to stand on.
You don't even have time to process it going down the aisle. You're just worried about like not tripping over.
Yeah, absolutely. Let alone seeing everybody for the first time and being greeted with that. But luckily, it was a really good icebreaker.
Yeah.
And
he's just a clown. It just gives you a sense that he's just like, and he was a clown as well, actually. But he's just an absolute joker, and I think that's an evil but funny, like it was legendary.
Yeah, looking back at it, like trying to like, you know, after decompressing everything and like, you know, obviously our journey, whatever. Like, would I have wanted it to be any different? Not sure. I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know if I would have
just an iconic entrance, babes.
Yeah,
you got to appreciate what you had.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No regrets.
Yeah.
If Kieran had any other wife, they would have been running down that aisle, mate, and see you later. So he was very lucky. He got me.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was very lucky. Well, I was on Instagram Live with our Adrian last night.
Oh, were you? Did you go on Instagram Live? Oh, that's cute.
Oh, it was incredible. He's so lovely.
Yeah, I've spoken to him, actually.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Ella.
Ella's
from the West Country gal. And I'd like to go out for drinks with Ella.
Yeah, I'd love to go out for
She's
drinks.
very busy.
Ella. Very, very busy girl. Come on, Ella.
Call me, babes.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick. So the filming just before I'd left, which was the penultimate commitment ceremony, if we'd have left the commitment ceremony before then, we wouldn't have been married a month.
Really?
Yeah, because I got married on the 16th of January. And
I got married on the 14th.
And then Valentine's Day was like the day before I left. So that
I had my... that's because Kieran went out and got the koala.
Yeah, the koala night. That was after the retreat, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so we'd only been married a month, 7 weeks into the process. So it's like boom, 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 which is super intense. And when we say it's intense, it's super
heightened by, Yeah, Kieran always said, a day in the experiment is a week on the outside.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess all reality love shows are a bit like that, aren't they? You just build relationships faster especially when you have like no contact with outside world. You have to lean on each other.
And I think the one thing was for me, I was going in there for a husband and a husband only. I got so blinkered that I wasn't going to have my family. I wasn't going to have my girls for support. I thought, I'm going to be all right. I got my husband. But it wasn't until obviously later down the line when things started to go Pete-tong, you rely. You do.
Yeah.
It's an awful word. I don't really like to use that. But you do. You rely on each other's support. And that's, we were just so lucky that, we, as well as the other girls.
In that last 2 weeks, I think we had so much time together as well. We just leaned on each other so much.
Definitely.
We just walked across the garden, like we had baths together, we watched scary films together, we had a bottle of wine, we cried a lot,
we laughed
a lot. So I think
we had our Teds.
That was really where we'd bring our teddies around to each other's
Ted boy.
Little brown bear. You get production phones, but the only phone numbers on the production phones are each other's numbers, so cast or welfare if you need to like text welfare to have a check-in.
Yeah.
And you can reach out to welfare, and if you want to have a chat with home, you can, especially those people with children. I think the people with children got to speak to their kids whenever they wanted. I probably didn't really want to worry much. Did you speak to your family much?
I needed to. I struggled. There was one, there was a couple of occasions, but there was one really specific time that I was like, I'm losing it. Because it's so easy to lose yourself in there, isn't it?
Yeah, and they know you best, and they know you inside and out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I only spoke to my sister once in the apartments outside of in-law week. I'd managed to persuade production to give me a game on my phone. Messaged my sister being like, oh my God, we're filming in the Devonshire, in Balham, like we've been there before. And she didn't reply. And
was that when we waited?
When we went to salsa dancing. Yeah. So message them being like, I'm in Balham. But she didn't realise that you could message someone on there. So she didn't even read it. But then my sister, because we needed our banking on our production phones, I don't know, to help with like finances and stuff like that. Just my sister sent me £1 saying, how are you? I just replied, okay, you. There's not really much you can do with the...
However many characters, 20 characters, not even that.
Yes. Were you there the night?
No, I think I was sad that night. Yeah.
So a real telling off.
Bart was naughtier than me.
On our production phones, obviously, we've only got the numbers of the cast and welfare. One night, I was chilling in the apartment and I just went, Caspar, there's 6 new names on our phone. There are 6 new names on our phone. Oh my God, what am I going to do with this information? And then Caspar just said, ignore it. He's not a rule breaker.
Caspar's very by the book.
What do we do? Do we call them? Do we text them? What do we do? Emma, leave it. They're coming. It doesn't matter. Right, I'm going to go up to someone else's house. I need to tell them about it. So I run up to Holly and Alex's, and there's a couple of people around there having a Chinese. And I run into the room and I'm like, I've got some news. And we end up drinking loads of rum in their apartment. And Polly, I think, says, let's just call them.
Yeah, let's just give them a cheeky.
And my phone was the one on the table. And we all stood around and we called the girls to welcome them in, to say, look, we're good people. We're here with open arms. We're here to welcome you. And Amy was the only one who answered. And we all just went round one by one. Luckily, I wasn't the first person to say, but it was my phone that had incriminated. Unfortunately, that phone call was actually recorded. We all got pulled in one by one, and I got told I'm supposed to be the mature one of the group. Like a proper teacher's chat. I was like, you jangled the carrot.
Barnes got a little slap on the wrist, didn't you, Barnesy? Most action you'd had in a while, wasn't it, Queen?
So that's why the other couples went round, Hannah and Stephen, and Shannon and Ryan came to yours.
Shannon and Ryan.
Because we'd got through to Amy and they wanted to welcome them in the rest, so that's why.
Always in touch with my angel girl.
We speak on the phone every day. We FaceTime every day.
We FaceTime.
And we talk to the girls every day.
We literally, all the girls, other than
Hurricane Hannah. And Michelle's not in the group chat. No, Michelle's
that was her decision, wasn't it?
And then we've got a big maths group where we invited everyone, and they can choose to be in or out. And people who aren't in that decided to leave for some reasons, like whatever reasons they decide.
There is all of us, really, isn't there? Other than we are just very lucky with our group this year. So lucky. We've literally made friends for life, haven't we?
And there's couples on the group chat that will have a barmy and we'll just go mango for everyone. That's just the safe word, mango. And then you can go bugger off to your boys group and have a bitch, and bugger back to the girls group. Like, we're always here. If you want to bitch and moan, like, do that. It's not going to change anyone else's decision of your partners or like any other. We know we're all friends. It's there for positivity. It's there for support, and everyone's so supportive of each other, aren't they?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say I changed my opinion of Hannah from the retreat. My life motto is give everyone a chance, give everyone room to make mistakes. If you learn from them and develop from them and own up to them, then that's your decision and your choice to carry on like that. I think there's a few times with Hannah on and off camera where I thought, gosh, I don't feel like she's learnt from the mistakes a few times here. And the reunion, she came back in, I don't know, you just don't come for my Stina. Don't come for my Stina. And I think I think she is misunderstood. I think Hannah is definitely a good person, and what has been shown isn't necessarily Hannah through and through. My opinions would never change on someone. Always try and give everyone the time of day. But if you don't learn from your lessons, and hopefully she's learnt from her experience in the show, then I will always be friendly.
Absolutely always be friendly. I think that's definitely my sort of take on it, wasn't it? Is always be friendly. And I did, obviously it was tricky at the retreat anyway, because I was just a blubbering wreck in the corner. Shock. But like trying to just, you're just trying to
diffuse the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not one to sort of take sides anyway. I'm very sort of, what's the word, neutral.
Yeah, Switzerland.
Very Switzerland in that sort of respect. So, again, always give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but until someone gives you a reason to maybe not, for your opinion to change of that person, then that's how you react, isn't it?
And I think with a few of Hannah's arguments throughout the show, I could definitely see both sides of the argument. Hannah's quite argumentative and defensive, but so are a lot of the cast. So it was always going to be fire with having two people that rub against each other and communicate the way they communicate. So you can see with a lot of the couples as well, both sides of the argument. So up until a point, that's what you could just kind of see. But then. I do think, I hope she's looked back and reflected and has learnt a lot from the experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just not from a friendship group that argue about conflict. I'm from a friendship group that talk things through and come back to it later. It's pretty wild to me. I think the person I changed my opinion most about is probably Nathan, although he doesn't say that much. When he does, he is gold. I love him.
Yeah, and I think from a neurodiversion sort of side, like, you know, in front of the cameras, it's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's wild. You are a rabbit in headlights. So for him to have, like, you know, for him personally, warming up to the cameras, to then relaxing around the cameras, and, you know, having that sort of structure, so to speak, to then be able to, like, let himself loose and, like, actually warm up to it. It was really nice to see, wasn't it? Him grow more confident.
Yeah, and you can totally see that journey as well. Him opening up, him saying I love you, him saying, like, he's great.
Yeah, and Lace as well was
Love
just Lace. We adore Lace, don't we? She's incredible.
No, ex-husband.
Yeah, ex-husband. Divorcees.
You go first. You've had a lovely time with Kieran.
What have I done?
No, you've just been like, it hasn't, like, watching the show for you just been...
Watching the show for me, watching it back, you know, I just look at myself and I just want to shake myself, because I'm like, woman, God, what are you doing? So I feel like I've had a very different experience from now. Now I'm looking back and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like, I was such a lost emotional puppy, you know, really struggling. But now I'm just thriving,
baby.
I'm just thriving, and I'm just, you know, I'm just the best version of myself. And for me to actually look back and realise that just goes to show how much I have changed as a person. Don't get me wrong, I'm still, you know, I am still this, like, oh no, I haven't changed.
Bonkers.
Still absolutely bonkers, still wild, but...
And you still have your bad days.
And I do still have my bad days, but I'm a lot more regulated, aren't I? Whereas before, I'd literally cry at a leaf falling from the sky. Now, like, I'm more... Sometimes I just get more over... I don't cry, I just get overstimulated and overwhelmed. But I'd rather that.
And you and Kieran have, like, you've been so supportive of each other, haven't you?
We have been really supportive of each other.
But it must have been hard.
Yeah,
like...
really, really hard. Really, really hard. And it was really hard to, like, navigate mine and Kieran's friendship. You know, I still feel like, you know, sometimes he doesn't let me in, which is fine, and I take a step back. But when he's ready, then I'm here, ready to
Party
support.
again, baby.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Give him joy, bring sunshine that you are.
Bring the sunshine to the club. That's what I do. That's what I'm good at. But, so, yeah, me and Kieran, we've learnt a lot from each other, haven't we? Like, and, you know, we'll always have this thing that only we have done, as well, obviously, as well as everybody else. But yeah, we just want the best for each other at the end of the day, and we're just so proud of each other for how far each other have come. No thank you. Oh my God. No thank you. As much as I love Kieran, but we are, unfortunately, that ship has, yeah.
Oh, Caspar.
Caspar.
I think Caspar's probably found it harder than I've found it watching it back. You've been there, my rock. I've shared the very few exchanges that Caspar and I have had throughout the series coming out, and I would love to be friends and have no animosity and just look back fondly at our experience and our beautiful marriage. So I'm here for him when he's ready. I haven't been on one day. No,
this is really embarrassing.
What?
No. I feel like, because it took me so long to get over the experiment, like, you know, but now I actually feel like, you know, I'm ready for a cheeky little
Rooney. You're ready for a nice date and someone to take you out, treat you. Have you had many DMs from blokes?
Well, I think because obviously me and Kieran were doing so well. Obviously they were being very respectful. But I have just literally started to have a few come into the, you know, little few come into the DMs.
You had a lovely guy for me, didn't you?
I did, Emma Barnes. I did have a lovely guy for you. I told him to send
you an email.
Yeah. Send references. Send me your CV.
Trouble is, he lives in Scotland.
Yeah, that's okay. But I'm just hoping for my festival rave
king. And I haven't been on one date. By the time I was ready to start dating, it was like a month before the show, and then I started chatting to a couple of guys, and then I said like, FYI, and then they ghosted me. So. Like I told maybe 2 or 3 guys like, oh, FYI, like I'm just like here for a short-term relationship, but I'd put that on my dating profile, like short-term relationship, and that was like, why are you looking for short-term? Oh, my life's kind of about to change, you know.
Oh God.
And then they just left it after that, so I didn't manage to get one out. And then fingers crossed. What I think I'm gonna have to do is, the guys that are watching it are often watching it with their partners. It's very rare for the guys to be watching it on their own, so we're going to have to wait for everyone else's divorce parties before the guys start reaching out that have seen us on the show.
So when PMDD raises its ugly little head, it's so apparent and it's so obvious that I can literally change in the flick of a light switch, wasn't it? Yeah. So it was, you know, it was inevitable, it was going to happen. I wear my heart on my sleeve anyway, so I don't hide. I can't hide how I'm feeling at the time.
And your life, up until this point, revolved around your cycle, where it's like it's a week away, it's 2 weeks away, it's 2 days away.
Or I have to be prepared for this because this is going to happen, and I'm going to be panicking about that, wasn't it? It was very much like, you know...
It's so apparent you can't ignore it.
Can't ignore it. You know, oh, have I got enough tablets? Oh, have I got enough pads? Have I got enough tampons? You know? And it was just a nightmare, wasn't it?
And you're a different person.
And I am. And this is the thing, 5 months on medication now. And I couldn't be any more grateful than to just have the love and support and just to get the diagnosis. It took me 10 years to get that diagnosis over. So, you know, I'm just so grateful.
You've got people running half marathons for
yeah,
PMDD
oh my
awareness.
God, yeah. My friend, he's choosing a PMDD charity to run for. So that just speaks volumes. I have had girls message me to say, you've saved my life. Thank you. So to hear that, I'm so grateful.
And I'd not heard of it before. And to see someone go through it, it's mind-blowing. I'm very lucky with my periods. Like, I don't even have periods. I'm on the mini pill. I don't have periods. It's great. It's awful to see you go through that.
Absolutely.
And learn about it. And, we had a lovely dinner where Kieran and you came round the lunch curry night.
And I was in deep PMDD then, wasn't I?
You just cried over dinner.
I was beside myself.
But Caspar and I learned all about it. Yeah, it was really inspiring.
Absolutely. So instead of being the emotional mess, don't get me wrong, I have a heart and I have the biggest heart, don't I? But, I can just diffuse a situation quicker, or I'll just call you, won't I, and have a little chat, or, just to double check, am I all right? But the emotion side is... Oof. And I've had actually men message me and say, how do I support my partner?
Wow.
I've had men, how do I support my partner? What do I do? What can I do? So done a little TikTok about that. Was really, really impressed.
Wrote for Cosmo, which is one of probably for you as well, that's like a life-topping proud moment, right? For Cosmo.
Big achievement. Something to tick off on your bingo card, right?
Yeah. And what I did was I put the message out to the girls, my girls group, and we most of them I've been friends with since... You've met them all, haven't you? My Brackley gals.
The Brackley gang.
We've been friends for 20 years. There's about 30 of us in the group. Whenever we go anywhere, we come in force. But a lot of the girls have had single periods or are single now. And I put a message out being like, I've got the call up, all right, for Cosmo. What do we think? And we had a 2-hour conversation where everyone put their penny in and everyone was like, this is an opportunity to celebrate the kind of friendship that we have. And we had a party last weekend for one of our friends who's just built a conservatory, and we just went and celebrated his conservatory. Like, number one, who builds a conservatory in this day and age? Number two, he decided to have a barbecue on Halloween night and in the dark, and celebrate his conservatory being built. But that's the kind of things you should celebrate. Love is all around, and it's not just being in relationships, and we're testament to that, right?
And we definitely are. We are. What do they call it?
Kindred spirits.
And platonic
Friendship. I think there's a huge opportunity for us to celebrate platonic friendship, and it can be more powerful than romantic love.
Absolutely.
If you look at your entire life.
Absolutely.
And my sister was 34 when she met her husband, and she spent so much money on baby showers, hen dos, because she's got a similar sized friendship group for me. But for my 30th, I just did a big wedding. I had 120 people. I wore white. My dad for his speech. Things like that are really important to share and love as well. So don't forget that.
I take things quite literally, don't I? And so for me, being on mafs, I went on there for a husband at this moment in my life. I'd had my business for 2 years. I was established, amazing reputation. So what's the next thing I'd really like? I'd like a husband. So for me, that was what I wanted at that time. But for me also, I then wanted to build a new life with someone. I knew I didn't want my career to just sort of end with the animals, with dog walking. There's still so many things I want to do. I want to travel. I want to explore. I want to try all these new things. Just because I'm 31 doesn't mean my life sort of ends there and then. And life is too short, guys. I think for me, my brain just is not...
You live in the spirit of the moment. I live in the
moment. Wherever that wind takes me, I'm off. Life is too short. You have the best
time for that as well.
The experiences that I've had in my life, I'd choose them every day over anything else.
And if I think about my 10-year plan 10 years ago, it'd be that I own a house and have a husband. Having a 10-year plan doesn't work out that well. Look at me now, divorced, still renting.
I do admire, I really, and I would never knock Kieran for this. I admire the fact that he has this lifelong plan. And it works for him, and that's what he wants.
He's chosen to sacrifice, I don't know, he's chosen to live in a caravan in the woods, to put all his money into his business, to build a business and then get a dream home further down the line. Like, I really admire that of him as well.
There are so many things that I sort of could have picked up on his lifestyle, and how he, with the whole caravan situation. But because, that nothing fazed me with Kieran, because I did just accept who he was, that I didn't even take that into consideration. But because I was just there for a husband, and I am so, I was willing to move to Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? I was just so willing to just let the experiment do its thing. I'm very adaptable. I've always had to be adaptable in life. And there was just another fine reason of it, I suppose.
I think I did try to shake him multiple times.
Everything happens for a reason. If it's meant to be, it will be. And if it's not, it's not.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
They're like brothers.
Yeah, it's just so...
I do think I do think me and Orson would have had a great time.
Orson.
Me and Orson would have had a great
God.
time. I think he says that at the reunion. I'm not sure whether that's...
No, he said, yeah, there was something that was said.
But I think with Orson and I and Rochelle and Caspar really got on. They would spend evenings together watching history documentaries. I don't know, talking about war, and Orson and I would be, upstairs getting pissed. And Orson and I were just both really positive about the experience, about each other. Like Orson and I had a little run club where there was only 2 members. It was just me and Orson, but we'd go on a little 5K run. Orson, I do think Orson's great, and I do think I'd have had a great experience with him.
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
Oh, well, as much as I love the boys, it would only...
What about you and Luke?
Wimbledon, Luke, I love you, I do, but
Caspar.
Look, looks awful, me cringing, but they know that, I'm I'm just like the little one that just is there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's
I'm just
because you're like, aren't I a petite brunette? I think you are literally a petite brunette. I'm just there. But yeah, no. What if you turn back time? I wouldn't turn up again and marry a new husband. No, can you imagine? But getting a new dress, then I'm back. No, I wouldn't do it again to marry a new husband. Obviously, I'd love to get married at some point, but I wouldn't marry another stranger. I'm divorced once. I wouldn't want to be divorced twice. But if I were to turn back the clocks, I would 100% do it again. You'd go again. That's embarrassing.
Is it?
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
Really?
Yeah.
But I just feel like, for me, obviously, new woman, medication, I wouldn't be that emotional. I'd be used to the...
What, if it's on E4 again? How embarrassing. It'd be like Joey Essex. He just goes round and... She's back!
Yeah, back, new woman.
I'll support you every step of the way, babes, and I reckon I'd get a call up and I'd be in the...
Oh, you'd be in...
I'd be one of the 12.
Yeah!
What was it? It was a mafs Australia where it was one of the guy's brothers did it. Was it last year or the year before? One of the guy's brothers' year? I thought that was a bit embarrassing to get your brother on it.
If you think it'd be embarrassing, then obviously I won't do it because your opinion matters to me. They wouldn't want me back anyway.
They would. They would. But I wouldn't do it. I'd recommend it against it.
No. And I don't think my family and friends would not go through that again.
No. I think there's plenty of fish in the sea out there now. Yeah. I mean, your name's out there. You're gorgeous. You're thriving. You're going to...
This isn't my reeling in moment, Barnes. This isn't my...
I think you just really need to go for it again.
No, I know, but I just
would.
No, I don't know. Somebody who wants me. Do I sound beggy? I don't.
Oh my God, no. Someone who adores you. You just have someone to worship the ground you walk on, like I do.
Yeah, just like Barnsey. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's how she ends every phone call. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Subscribe for more.
That was perfect. We have you guys in every single week. It's been amazing.